Hi guys.
Hi guys. Have you gotten some sleep?
Yeah, I've had except for one night of bad sleep. I don't think anything's bothering me, but I just seem to be, it seems like I'm awake all night, but I don't know, I was designing photo shoots the other night and then there was something else and...
Just like while you were sleeping or while you were sitting at the computer?
No, when you said sleep, no, when I was trying to sleep.
Oh, trying to sleep, right, okay, gotcha.
I'd have an idea for some shoots, so I was mentally thinking, don't forget. So I'm saying a keyword in my head, but then in the morning I forgot what my keyword was, so that didn't help. No, but I got a gist of a couple of the shoots I want to do.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know, I think, because we got so far behind, and with the workshop, it just took me a bit to settle down, and maybe I drank a little bit too much on Saturday night, and I slept really well Saturday night. And I was super productive Sunday. I got so much done Sunday.
I'm surprised. Well, I guess if you had a good sleep, and you don't really get hangovers if you drink too much.
No.
No.
I've killed the hangover part of my brain. I don't think that exists.
Lucky.
Yeah, I don't. I'll only get a hangover if I'm dehydrated. But
Well,
always,
that's what a hangover essentially is dehydration.
No, but I mean, if I've had a very busy day, not drinking much during that, sort of like I'm fully dehydrated before I started. But yeah, I always normally do a full litre or something before I go to bed anyway, every night.
With Southern.
Yeah. Well, that's going to fix hydration. I'm hydrated.
Hydrated.
No, water.
Water.
I think sparkle water might do it.
So I feel like sparkle water cleans your mouth.
Well, that's why I like it in a restaurant.
Yeah, it feels like it cleans
in between dishes, or if you go from that palate to this palate on your plate,
I feel like it cleans your mouth.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I the same as if I'm eating something nice, I like to have a sip of the sparkle water before I have a nice red, because I find that then I taste the red better.
Yes, spicy water.
I think that's what's supposed to. I'm not sure.
It doesn't though. Spicy water.
Was it you who told me that if you put vodka in there, it tastes like water? Someone told me if you fill up one of the soda stream things with vodka and put it onto the...
No, I think that was Bella that was telling us that.
Was it Bella?
I think so. I think she said that you can't taste the alcohol if you do that. I don't know. I don't remember hearing that though.
I don't want to wreck a whole bottle of vodka, but see, I like the taste. I'm not doing it to get... Yeah, that could be a thing that she's doing to get drunk, whereas I don't drink to get drunk.
There's something going around at the moment I saw...
Yeah, it's called COVID. Oh no, that was a couple of years ago.
People are they're getting like a gallon litre of water and they're tipping like half of it out and then topping it up with vodka and then putting like water flavouring stuff in it and then like 2 things of Hydrolite in it. All the kids are doing it on spring break at the moment. And they're shaking it all up, and apparently you can't taste the alcohol, and they're using that to get drunk. They're calling it Borg.
Borg.
Yeah, blackout rage gallon.
Thank God that wasn't around when my son and you weren't young. That sounds like something you would do.
I want to try a Borg.
A Borg. Well, you could have taken it to your doof.
I could have. I only found out about it.
You could have borged out.
I only found out about it after the doof.
Oh, well, that was a waste.
I know. There's always next year, though. It's only like 360 days until the
Well, you
next
could always do it
episode.
at Tomorrowland.
I could.
I don't know where you're going to get the gallon of...
I'm fine.
I think they're going to be a bit sus if you're walking with a gallon.
I don't know what the rules are at Tomorrowland. But yeah, I could try it at Boom.
Boom.
This is the year of festivals for me. I've already done 3 and I've still got another 2 to go.
But after your first 2, it was like, I think I'm getting too old. But then you've had
I've had a great one.
A great one.
Oh my God, I think it was the best one yet. It was so epic.
Epic.
It was epic. I'm very tired. I'm a bit sick from inhaling so much dust on Sunday from the friggin'...
Is that what you call it?
It was so windy. It was doing my head in. It was just annoying, trying to dance and this bad enough...
You should have put your COVID mask on.
I should. I did bring a bandana to tie around, but it didn't go with my outfit, so I didn't do it. It probably would have gone with my outfit, actually.
Yeah, you could have got a glittery one.
I could have.
You could have.
Would have. Anyway.
Should have, would have.
I still had a very fun weekend.
You had a fun weekend.
It was so much fun, oh my God. It's the best one yet.
So did you break anything?
No, and this is the year of me not losing things. I didn't lose anything. I actually didn't lose a thing.
Your mind?
My marbles maybe, but like I didn't actually lose anything.
Did you break your tent?
No.
Did you end up with a waterbed?
No.
So you didn't get flooded out?
No, it didn't
You didn't
rain.
float out of
It didn't rain. Although at one point when it was really windy, we weren't at the campsite. We ran into our mates. They did tell us that they had to take the marquee down because it was almost going to blow away. So they just took the
flap off.
Yeah, the thingy over the top off, and they left the framework up, and that was fun. And we just put that back up, and yeah, no, it was good. I didn't lose anything. I didn't break anything. I was.
But
good.
what did you do then?
I just had
There's got to
fun.
be
Some dude got stuck in the mud.
That's normal, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never seen it before.
I think every doof I ever went to got rained and it'd be a mud hole and some idiot got stuck in it.
It wasn't raining. There was just like a
There
puddle.
wasn't the toilet, was it?
It was near the toilet.
Oh, he got stuck in toilet water.
I don't think it was toilet. I don't know if it might have been toilet water.
I reckon it was toilet water.
There was this puddle and there was this guy and he was like knee deep in this mud. And I was like, what's going on? And Jared went to pee, and so I was standing there waiting for him. And I was like, what is this guy doing? And there was all these people around him.
Did they all pee on him? So he was stuck.
He was standing there with this giant stick, and I couldn't hear what was going on because the music was too loud. So I was slowly getting closer, and with this giant stick, he kept like poking people. So I thought that he was just some cooker standing in there being like, get out of my swamp.
No,
like,
he wanted someone to pull him out.
Well, I mean, I realise that now, but at the
You're
time...
all too cooked to actually realise this. You thought he was part of the act, didn't you?
I thought he was like enjoying being, I don't know what was going on. And then like the cops walked over and I couldn't hear what was going on, and the cops left. And
So the cops didn't even pull him out. He's a cooker. He was most like cooked out of it. He's dug a hole, stood in it and sunk.
Then the crew rocked up because I know the organiser, he rocked up in a buggy and it took like, and I overheard them ask him, can you feel your feet? He said, no, I can't.
Yeah, but nobody there can feel their feet.
It took 3 people to pull him out of the mud. It's like cooker. So, and every time I told my friends, I was like, I just saw someone stuck in the mud. They're like, what? I showed them.
Can I have some of what you just had? Well, did you ever hear what happened with Len?
No?
I nearly lost him to like quicksand.
Well, I think that this stuff looked like quicksand, but yeah.
Back when, like, he was only like 7 or 8, and this was back when I was fishing, and he used to follow me like a little. He had his waders on, his fishing rod, and all of that. He loved his fishing, and he decided it was this little. And we're fishing in. There's a very big lake in Melbourne, in Eildon, in Victoria, and it's a massive lake. But it was on drought, end of a 20-year drought. So you could pretty much see all the old town. So the old town of Eildon, because that's where they flooded. The old bridge was there. You could see all the old buildings, even though they were all rotted. And you could still see some of the fences and all the trees and the tracks where the roads were. And Len's decided, because we're just basically fishing a river now because the lake had emptied out so much. And Len goes, I'm going to fish that bit. And I said, well, I'm just going to fish the bit just around here. So I went down there. He's gone down there and sunk into mud up to here, up to under his arms. And this guy found him and then brought a tractor down and pulled him out with the tractor. So the guy couldn't get close, took 2 steps close and started to sink himself.
Shit.
Len's never forgiven me about that. He said I left him to die. I said, you're the one who wanted to walk down that crappy bit of water. I knew that would be crappy water. So you didn't catch a fish down there.
No, he just got stuck in the
Damn
mud.
it.
I saw the organiser afterwards and I was like, how'd you go with old muddy mate? Is he okay? And he's apparently wanted to jump back in after they pulled him out.
Any money he's dug it, filled it with water. It's his podium.
Oh, it was hilarious. That was funny. And when I called one of my mates a hemorrhoid at one point.
A hemorrhoid?
She came out of her tent like wearing a sleeping bag, like because it gets really cold at night time, and she comes out and one of her mates was like, "Oh, you look like a worm," and I was like, I was going to take it too far, but I won't. And they're like, "No, please do."
Of course.
She looks like a hemorrhoid. And then from the rest of the weekend, she was
called her hemorrhoid.
Kim the hemorrhoid.
Oh my God. She's never going to talk to you again.
She came out of her tent in the morning. Like, good morning, my little prolapse.
Oh my God.
I'm such a caring friend. Oh, it was a good
Sounds
weekend.
like it.
It was a great weekend. Next year's theme is the SO-verse. It's going to be space theme, I think.
Oh no, I've already told you
Oh,
what that's going to be.
Facebook theme.
No, yeah, it won't be Facebook. It'll be, here's your invite, log on now, and you can metaverse this stuff.
I hope not.
You can build a virtual tent. There's some virtual drugs you can take. And just for Jared, and here's a virtual anniversary you can pretend you're having.
I hope not. I don't know what to do.
You didn't tell us how good your anniversary was.
It was nice.
It was nice.
It was.
So what was the food like in your little country pub that you stayed in?
We ended up going
Did
to
you
a
have
pub.
Palmer's?
Yeah, we went to a pub in Bendigo because we wouldn't have made the one in Donald because country people, the kitchen closed at 8 p.m, so we wouldn't have made it in
Oh
time.
yeah, they're in bed by 8:30.
Yeah, exactly. So we went to Bendigo, and it was a really good Palmer actually.
Oh, Bendigo does good. I couldn't see Donald's being a great...
Bendigo's Palmer was really nice.
Someone must likely comment and say Donald makes the best Palmers in the world.
I know, but no, the Bendigo Palmer was really nice. We stayed in the little motel. I felt bad though because we were meant to, when we booked it, I think it said it slept like 4 to 6, and so we told our mates, we're like, you guys can crash, but no, I guess because our booking said 2 people, they changed our room, so we had a double bed and a single bed. But my mates that stayed with us.
So there was 2 people in one bed and 4 in the other bed, and
No,
there was a single bed had 4 people in it, right?
The single bed had 2, and then the double had me and Jared.
Oh,
And then Claire.
so did the people actually know each other?
Yes, the
Oh, that's
boyfriend and
right.
girlfriend.
Oh, that's
And
right,
Tara's
then.
really small, so it was fine.
Well, it was your anniversary. You should have been you and Jared in the small bed. Yes. Well, it would have been the same space that your cats give you anyway.
Well, that's what Jules and Tara said. The singles like about much space as they get from their cats. And then Claire slept in her van. And then we got there, and yeah, it was just a really good weekend. Like, I really just don't have, I don't know, nothing really bad happened. It was just great. The visuals were sick. One of the stages was designed.
Was Jared doing them?
No.
Oh, that might be what. No. Oh, I would have been.
No, Jared's Idol Taz visuals did the main stage. They were so cool. I need to show you.
So
videos.
cool.
So cool. And the Ascension stage was designed by the people that do the Boom stages, so it made me all excited for Boom later in the year. It was just great, except the food was really expensive. But that's festival pricing. I'm used to that.
Duh.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Were you
nice.
allowed to have fires there?
No.
Can you take a barbecue there?
No.
So you can't take any cooking utensils? No microwaves?
No. How are you going to power a microwave?
You're not allowed generators?
No.
Well, you can power off your car.
You're not allowed to bring generators.
No, you can bring your car.
You can bring a car though.
Well, the car's got a Jenny in it, so you could plug it into that.
Well, I guess so.
You didn't think of.
No. Well, I like to buy food.
So what about, so people don't have lanterns? It's all torches and batteries.
Yeah, batteries and solar power.
Solar power.
Although one of the people that we were camping with, they're currently travelling around Australia in a van and stuff. So I guess they had gas in theirs, but I guess they just kind of snuck. I saw some dude getting his gas cooker and butane cans confiscated at the gate. But they're very open about it. They say, don't bring this. You're not allowed to bring this. And then saw his security take it. He had so many bottles of it as well. Idiot.
Yeah, they were big pingers. They were supersized pingers.
Freaking idiot. Yeah, it's just good. It's just good and dusty. I got home on early. I left Monday night.
So how many hours standing in the shower till it changed, went back to clear water?
Oh, you should have seen the colour that came out of my hair when I washed it. It was like brown for like a few minutes. It was so much dust. My hair was actual dreadlocks. It was dust. It was crusty as well.
Yuck.
Because I could feel, I can't remember, I was dancing one of the days and my hair was down. And I went to move my hair and all the tips of my hair were wet from sweat dripping.
Yuck.
And then when it dried, it goes all crusty.
It sounds fun.
It was fun.
And did you lose any of my clothes? No.
No, I didn't. I did not. I still got my photos to post of my outfits, actually.
You posted 3.
Um,
I saw the bra you bought in
Yeah.
Amsterdam.
yes.
And I saw the sparkle dress you bought in Amsterdam.
And then the
I
black
saw
outfit.
the black outfit
Yeah.
that you bought with my money in Australia.
That came from overseas.
Where'd they come from?
Poland.
Oh, it didn't come from Amsterdam.
No. Everyone kept asking me when I was wearing the sparkles, they're like, oh my God, that's so awesome. Where did you get it? Amsterdam, sorry. Then
Sorry.
the next
And then but if I'd waited till I got back home, I could have bought it for half the price from China.
Yeah. And then the next day I was wearing that decorative bra. Everyone's like, that's so cool. Where did you get it? My same place as the sparkles. Sorry.
There was the only other one. There was a much nicer one than that, but they only had a triple Z top.
Yeah.
Remember the other one? I thought it was a much nicer one.
I still like the brown one. Yes, that's my weekend.
That's your weekend.
Yes, I'm still very sick and tired though, but it's all right. I'm feeling better than I did this morning. I thought I was actually dying when I woke up this morning.
Yes, I was quite glad that you didn't give me your disease before you left.
Sorry.
You didn't, so it was fine.
A few people were sick there as well. Like a few people at our campsite were complaining of being sick. I was like, ooh, we're all camping together. I hope it just doesn't get spread around. It probably has. It's probably why I've got this little chest infection. Anyway. I didn't take any photos, like with the film camera. Like I said, I was going
Obviously.
to. Well, I was going to bring the
No,
film...
it's all right. I didn't think you would.
I didn't know how to use the film camera. I've forgotten how to use it.
I showed you.
Yeah, I've forgotten.
Yeah, I know.
I need
It's
a
a year
refresher.
ago. I need a refresher. No, I've got to get you what I'm going to get Shay. I'm going to get you one of the little contacts.
Okay. Yeah, I meant to ask for a refresher on the film camera, and I didn't ask for a refresher, so I didn't bring it.
That's all right. So I went, because you haven't been developing my film yet, so I went and dropped our film off.
Yes.
All the rolls and bought extra rolls.
Rolls. Rolling.
And it was quite funny because I was there very early in the morning, so I was like second person in the door, and all the staff hadn't started, so the guy at the counter sort of just put his hand up like a stop. And I thought it was because the first lady who went in, who looked like she was 80, she went in on a walking frame and she had a mask on. I thought it was like, stop, we COVID only or something. So I saw she had a mask on.
COVID only.
Or whatever. And it was because I know until some more staff come down, we're not allowed to have more than one person in the store.
Right.
They understand because their store's very open. It's easily shoplifted, I suppose. But then when he came back, I said I just want to drop off some film because my assistant won't develop it. She's away on doof. We're still going to do that. We're still going to do the episode of us filming you doing it.
Okay.
And we're going to do you an episode of you making pizza with my hydrated dough.
Oh my God.
Anyway, he's just saying, you aren't on YouTube, are you? And I said, yeah, I watch YouTube all the time. No, do you have a channel? I said, nah. There's someone in it looks a lot like you. It sounds a bit like you too. And this other guy walks in and goes, oh, Peter, how are you? And he goes, I knew you. It was quite funny. I get embarrassed about that shit, but it was quite funny.
It happened to you not long ago at Spotlight. It's funny when it happens at random places.
Well, it was a wife of a guy.
Yeah.
And there was somebody else recognised my voice because her husband just listens to me all the time. And it was like, I know that voice. I have to listen to that 24 hours a day.
That's cute.
But yeah, that was fun. I went in and I got a sign in my office, which is do my shit. And there's another sign that says don't buy dumb shit. So I went into Lycra in the city and bought dumb shit.
I think your wife thought that sign was, I put that up that says do my shit. Like your wife was like, did Bec put that up so you could do everything for her? I was like, what? No.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, she told me that. She was like, I love that sign you put up. And I was like, huh? She's like, the one you put up in Peter's office saying do my shit. And I was like, I didn't put that up. That's Peter saying, like, reminding him to do, like, his own stuff. Like, she's like, I thought you did that, man, telling him to do your stuff for you. So no.
Well, I actually did some of my shit on the weekend, so...
That's cool. Did you write any music?
I went to.
Okay, well, at least you went to.
No, I actually owned up because I got this new thing from Native Instruments, which is like this 4-layer deep loopy thing, which you can do, and it's a little bit more cinematic in its sound. It's sort of like this, it's this repetitive type beat, but you can change whole heaps of stuff in it. It's really cool, very easy to use. And for the video I'm doing on you at the moment, I wasn't super wrapped with the song that you picked out. I wanted to sort of...
rewrite it.
A little bit. I wanted to drop into just some beats and then come back out again. But I couldn't get the beat to work. But I did go in there and I did try. Just at 28 BPM, 128 BPM is not really your rate.
Oh.
Well, what do you listen to?
Like 145?
Yeah, right. So, and if I 145, the track that you had picked, it chipmunked. Like, it didn't chipmunk, but it didn't sound, it sounded digital, it didn't sound right. But no, but I did jump on and start to, and I wasted an hour in there.
Nice.
But it was sort of like an hour's holiday. It was really cool. I
Nice.
actually really enjoyed it. And
Glad you at least thought about it.
I did more than thought. I started to. But then, yeah. But yeah, I did the Anne edits from the Inspire one we did with Anne with the sunlight in the studio.
Yes.
And there's a tutorial up with the retouching of that now. And I did 2 other tutorials on retouching with Bella. And because the Bella shoots were more my type of shoots, I did that. One thing I did find with Bella, even though she did a lot of e-com and that and moved too quick, when I did stop her from moving quick, her shape that which she'd stop on was that fashion shape that I love. So both the one and the psych and that squatting one with the boots.
Yeah.
The hardest thing was my 3 favourite pictures. She wasn't covered properly, so
Damn it.
they'll just be for my
stuff.
own, the series I'm doing on nothing but boots.
Cool.
But the one I posted was pretty close to. And maybe just slightly dodged a little bit just so to hide something. But I left it as the image that everyone sees, so.
Cool. There you
But
go.
that was fun, but I wasted a bit of time. I wasted about 4 or 5 hours on new Leica. So I have the SL2 and I've got the SL2S, and you're going to say, why would you bother?
I don't know what the difference is.
One's 24 megapixel, the other one's like 50, 60 megapixel.
What's that the only difference?
Pretty close to. No, I love your confidence, girl. Wow. This is supposed to have got slightly better autofocus, quicker and snappier.
Okay.
And what do I shoot?
Manual focus.
Manual focus.
Well, that's smart. So you bought dumb shit.
And it came with this lens cost me $100, but I could sell it for $2,500.
Okay.
I'm still not selling you on it, am
Well,
I?
I just don't know why you bought it.
All right, there's a couple of reasons why I bought it. Number
Sorry,
one
excuse me.
is I'm liking the file size, the bigger pixels, especially for the work I do. I can easily double the size of it using either gigapixel or even using ACR. It's got an amazing upsize that you can go double the size, you won't see any of the difference. So my memory gets less, it can shoot quicker, it'll shoot onto cards quicker. It's got a larger size pixel per each frame. So instead of, all it means is you've got where you might have the size of say 3 pixels on one pixel will take up the same size. So you get a lot more detail, a lot more gradient and color detail into those pixels. I know it's so it's pixel peeping
I was
stuff.
going to say, it sounds very pixel peepy.
It's not, it's just the gradients that sometimes when I want to push gradients, and it's just a me thing, I can see it. I doubt anybody's going to see it printed, but it's that thing when it feels good, I'm happy. When it doesn't.
Well, you do you.
The other thing is I'm setting the 2 cameras. This will be used a lot for video because I can come out of this in RAW.
Cute.
And that's like coming out of RAW in the still picture. I can come out of RAW in video, which means the files are a lot bigger, but I can do so much more with them, especially that I want to do more filming in colour as well as black and white. I want to have the ability to really grade it heavy.
Jeez, I go away for a few days and I come back and what's happened to you?
I know.
Pixel peep and want to do in colour.
No, yeah.
What's happened to you?
No, I've been thinking about it. You wouldn't have seen, but most nights I've been looking at the difference and saying, I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this.
Right.
And the little monster in my head kept on saying, but there's a special on at the moment.
Oh.
And if I sold the lens, it's going to make it, 'cause it's cheaper than the other one anyway.
Right.
It's also, I want to have something to travel in. I'm not going to be scared of getting stolen.
Right.
So it's like most likely I'll take that to Europe and not the other one.
Okay.
Just little things like that.
As long as you're happy with your reasoning, I don't care. It's your money.
Yeah, I know it's my money, but it came out of my money, not business money. If the business makes a profit, then it'll be paying me back. If it doesn't, it just came out of my kids' retirement fund. Well, they won't kill me now. I don't have enough money for it. I'm not worth killing. They've got to keep me alive to make more money for them longer.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, even though I worked all weekend, I had stuff on my to-do list that I hadn't knocked over for ages because I don't know, they weren't motivating enough for me, but I just went through and put them in order of what I hated and got all of them knocked over the quickest. Then got more onto my things, and I filmed every night for the tutorials and then edited the next day, and I really found some good tricks to speed my editing up a lot. So even from that side of things.
Productive weekend.
It was. I would normally a 40-minute video would most likely be a 2.5, 3 hour edit. Well, I knocked it down to a one and a bit hour edit just by this new workflow that I'm doing. But anyway.
That's very good.
Very, very technical. I edited up our the YouTube that went up this week, and I'm just thinking, I'm also only going to cop a lot of shit over this because I'm talking camera stuff, but I'm talking camera stuff from my opinion. I'm not telling everybody else what to do. I'm just saying, for me, this is why I'm doing it. And I knew people would get that wrong, and they did.
Is that the one that went up?
Yeah, there's a percentage who didn't listen to, like I said, this is what I'm using and why I'm using it. And everybody wanted to, everyone wanted me to buy the Fuji medium. And the amount of times I was asked, and I just made a copy and paste. It's not really my type of camera. And they weren't happy with that. They wanted to know why I don't like the Hasselblad
I saw
X.
all those comments, yeah.
And it was sort of like, I don't want to go out there and bag, because I don't actually look when I was looking at the Leica original, I didn't look at what people bagged it about. Because most people bag things, the battery's not big enough. I don't give a shit about a battery. There's more things I care about. I think a lot of people, when they're looking at camera gear and that, they're looking at the wrong things. They need to look at what they care about.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's become a bit of a thing with me is file sizes. I don't need the massive file sizes because I don't crop. And if I can, with one click of a button, take that from one camera to the size of the other camera, but then have the file so much smaller.
It's much handier for you.
Handier, it's just easier and...
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, fair.
Fair. I get you. So I did notice a lot of comments about, why don't you like this? Why don't you like this?
Yeah, I've never literally shot with the Fuji.
Yeah.
I have held it and didn't like how it felt in my hands. Like just holding it, yuck, no, don't like. But there's plenty of cameras that I've picked up and don't like the feel of it, but just that, yuck. And look at all these buttons on the outside, and I'm not going to use 3/4 of those buttons, but now I can bump all of those and not know what I've bumped. And quite a few times on workshops, the guys were bumping them, and I don't go to a guy who's just pulled up driving a Ford and say, have you tried the latest Holden? I know everyone loves the camera they're using.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I think sometimes they're looking for someone to say, that's a great camera, so they can feel better about it. So I had someone saying something about, have you seen the file quality of the Leica? And yeah, it looks fine for me. It's exactly what I like. I'm not going to pixel peep. Yeah, there might be some stuff if you pixel peep that's wrong, but it doesn't mess my image up. And it's like my favourite lenses have got bad problems, but that's why they're my favourite lenses. And I did watch this really, really boring, I think they're called Red Spot or something. They do 2.5 hour long sort of live streams on cameras, and I'll talk about a menu for 2 hours. And they go off topic a lot. I have watched a little bit of their stuff, but it's normally playing in the back. I don't watch it, I listen while I'm editing. And I was listening to them go through, but it was really good when they go into menus. I don't do that, we're not going to talk about that menu. I don't use any of that, I'm not going to talk about that menu. And I sort of thought, well, this is really how everyone should look at it. Everyone's going to use their camera different, and everybody's got a different reason. But he did put on that they did a thing on these two cheap lenses that they got on package with the SL2Ss at the moment, and with them they're doing comparison, and they showed what dead center was just as sharp as some real expensive lenses. It just wasn't super sharp on the edges. Well, portrait photographers couldn't give a rat's about the edges. Fashion photography, it's only your landscape and street photographers that are going to be more interested in what's happening on the edges. But even some of the street photographers want fall off, because some of the best street lenses have a fall off in vignetting and focus. So it was really interesting to see how a lot of people, they think their camera's good based on what people review, even though that they don't care about that.
Yeah. Speaking of sharpness, I found it funny on Sunday night, because I have a moonlight cinema at Esso. It's like they actually have like cinema seats like outside and stuff, and they play movies. So we went and we watched The Matrix Reloaded on Sunday night.
I thought you never watched The Matrix. You
Yeah,
always
I
fall
haven't.
asleep.
Yeah,
Did you fall asleep again?
No, I had no idea. It was number 2, so I'd haven't seen number 1, so I had no idea what was going on. I enjoyed it though, it was good. Jared asked me afterwards, he's like, so what did you think of the movie? I'm like, I think I want to watch it. And he's like, you just
Number
watched
2, I
it.
think, is the better of all of them. But it would have been nice for you to know what the story was before.
And we came like 20 minutes late, so I was just really, it was cool though.
Yeah, to me, number 2 is like Terminator 2. Like Terminator 1 was all right, but Terminator 2 took it to a new level.
I thought it was cool. I'm going to watch The Matrix now. But one of my mates who we were with, they did some close-up of someone's face, and one of my mates was like, oh, there's nothing worse than when you can see every single pore on someone's face. I was like, thank you. And this is just a regular old person saying that they hate that, but then photographers are so hung up that you need to see every little single pore.
I don't think they're hung up. I think they've been sold by the camera companies and lens companies. That's good. And I'm 100% sure that they look at things, yeah, I can see everything, but I don't want to actually see that. Now there's all the retouching. Now it looks like an AI image because I've had to make it fake.
I understood where my friend was going. It's kind of creepy when you get like a close-up of someone's face and you can see like every little tiny pore on their face. It's like, ugh.
I think the biggest thing that I ever noticed is when I went through the Peter Lindbergh exhibition in Europe, and it was sort of like I was just completely drifting away in these rooms, just looking at images. And it was just like visual, like it was visual porn. It's like not porn, but
I know
it was
what you
just
mean.
the senses. I was just so enjoying walking up a bit closer than what I should do, because you shouldn't walk up the pictures real close. But I just was looking for the beautiful fall-offs and what the film grain snap would do. And then I walk around the corner in the next room, and it's a digital picture. I literally go, there's no soul. I like that picture of Kate Moss, but there's no soul. And I turned around and there was Cindy Crawford's picture that I love. And so like, I love you, Kate Moss, but this picture.
Yeah, and because that one was filmed.
Yeah, that was on film. I was just, but I do, you've heard me say it before, I try to do things to make my image a bit more filmic in a way of, I don't want them to feel digital. And one of the people couldn't understand my comment that the Sony to me was too digital. And I think he was a camera clubber type person. And I don't think he got the fact that I don't want a camera that's like a photocopier.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to photocopy life.
Yes.
I want to be an artist. I want to paint my version of that. And the tools I use help me paint, and that's one of the reasons
You like this?
I got this because this is this, and this is going to be used so different to my other one and so different to my Sony. Even if I shoot them all in video, they'll be used at different times. And I know it's expensive and that, but I've worked hard all my life, and this has come out of my own pocket, my own savings for many years. My spendings. But the one thing, it was, if you're a painter, you're going to have brushes to do certain jobs. And I just feel that the cameras, each of my cameras. But there was another thing people, because I said they can't buy, I found a H6 for sale. I should buy it. It's in America, it's in like brand new nick.
Buy it.
Yeah, I might. That'll give me 3.
Do it.
That should keep me going for another 2 years.
Hopefully.
But I'm going to send, buying more dumb shit. But that's not dumb shit, I don't think anybody's going to make another camera that's going to keep me happy in the studio.
Yeah.
Even though I'm going to play around with it's like a makes a medium format. I think they've discontinued it though. I don't think it's made anymore. But you can put Hasselblad lenses on. It only costs you $3,000 for the adapter. Or was it $2,000? It took a lot of money for the adapter.
Jesus. Yeah.
I don't know. And that was part of the reason I had that rant, is because I'm feeling a bit gutted. It's like someone's just said that like your flavoured vapes are not allowed to be sold in your country anymore. Look at Bec's face. It's very much that. It's like I've even decided that one of the cameras I'm going to put in a safe now, because it is like I've got my old Hasselblad film. And I can still get that repaired. I can still use it. I can still buy it.
You can't get it repaired.
But my favourite camera in the world, well, they're saying they will repair it, but I got told, like someone who really knows, that they've run out of spare parts and not making anymore. So the only way they can get spare parts is pulling apart old cameras, but go on eBay and try and find an old camera.
Yeah.
They've still got the H600s for sale. But that's just refurbished ones that they had. They haven't made it for so long.
So wild.
It's wrong.
Yeah, it is.
And it's been such a good camera. Because if you're not sure how good it is, go on eBay and try and buy one. You'll see heaps of H3s, H4s, H2s, H1. All of them, once you get the H6s,
Can't find them.
yeah, you might find the odd one.
Yeah.
I found two, but one of them has a focus issue. I'm not going to buy a broken camera for 7,000 euros.
Yeah, the fact that you can't buy one is like goes to show how good it is. Like,
well, no, how the people who did buy it appreciate it and don't want to sell them.
yes.
Because they are to me, they're a very special camera. Just the right amount of megapixels, ease of use. Well, you use sticky hair dripping on your back again.
I feel like I'm back at the festival.
Back at the festival.
Sorry. I don't mean to keep coughing.
Sorry?
I don't mean to keep coughing. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
I thought you said coffee.
No coughing and phlegmies. Phlegmies.
Anyway, I even watched a movie on the weekend, which was... I nearly watched two.
Oh, you watched your little creepy doll one?
I watched a creepy doll. I actually
Megan.
liked it.
Megan.
I actually liked it, even though there's a couple of other, like computers taking over the world type of movies that they stole little bits out of, but the movies that stole them out were never big movies, so most people wouldn't have noticed it. But no, I liked it. The doll had enough creepiness. It was a nice creepiness.
A nice creepiness.
It was a very nice creepiness.
I watched The Matrix Reloaded. I didn't know what was going on.
You didn't know what was going on before you sat down in the chair. What night was that?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes.
Yes, no, you didn't know what was going on before you sat down. What time did it finish, Sunday? Or does it go on Monday morning? Or is it, does it wrap up sort of like midnight?
I think I think Sun Temple went all Sunday night, but I think most mornings it would close at like 3 or 5. I think most stages closed at 3 or 5 each morning, but then there was Saturday night, one of the stages went all night. I think Sunday night, one of the stages went all night. Which I liked because like a few mornings I'd wake up and it was dead quiet. Like it was almost too quiet for a festival. It forced people to get sleep.
So everybody was sleepings.
Yeah, which is good because they closed the stages, so it forced people to get sleep, and it was good. People were well behaved, and I think that they should do that more often. Close the stages and force people to sleep.
But if they're tired, don't they just comatose anyway?
Yeah, but if the stages are open, they're going to stay out and party and shit. Whereas if the stages close, it forces them to go to bed.
So, yeah, but it's all right for you to say now you're an old person. What about the young people that don't need to go to sleep?
They need to go to sleep, otherwise they'll do damage, and then they get all rowdy, and then it's just bad.
Bad.
It's bad.
Not the Bec people.
No.
No.
What were you
sorry.
gonna say? No, what were you going to say?
No, you go
I
on
don't
with-
know. I don't know.
You're gonna, I don't know, you're gonna Back to the good old Bec.
Yes. What were you going to say?
I can't remember now, you rudely interrupted me.
I didn't interrupt you. Rudely.
Rudely.
I'm going to watch The Matrix.
You're gonna watch a Matrix?
Yep.
You should.
I'm going to.
I don't think I watched the last one. I don't know, it's like Fast and Furious. It becomes a point where they shouldn't bother doing any more. But Matrix, 1 and 2, I think I started watching 3 and it starts to become the Force will be with you. And I don't like when movies go down to that. Have you watched The Us?
The Last of Us?
Yeah?
Yes.
Is that the last episode?
Yes.
That's all they gave you?
Yes.
What a waste.
What? No, that's until season 2.
So how many episodes they do? Like 4? 5?
I mean, there was like 9 episodes.
Oh, was there?
Yes.
Well, I stopped watching for a bit, as you know.
I know.
It lost me. It just became another Hollywood show.
I
Well, it was predicted.
I liked it. No, they're going to do season 2.
They're gonna.
Yes.
Right.
What?
What?
I wanted to watch more movies, but I also didn't. Like, I don't know, because I like the idea of having the cinema there, but at the same time, it's like I kind of want to dance.
You can sit at home and watch that movie. Like, let's sit in comfortable deck chairs and watch a poor quality movie on a screen.
They're actually comfortable. They have like cinema seats.
Yeah, but it's not like the same as sitting in a lounge room, is it?
No. I was funny.
Did you have to pay for it?
No, of course not. It was out of sync though with the audio. So it was like
Don't you hate that?
It was like watching a really badly dubbed movie. Just made it even more comical. I liked that they kept the movies in with the theme of the festival, because the theme was Wild Wastelands. So they played Mad Max. But they put that on at like 4:30 in the morning, and I was like, I wanted to watch
Which
that.
Mad Max?
Fury Road.
Oh, well, yeah, they had that on TV on the weekend too.
They played Westworld, the 70s one.
Did you watch it?
No.
You need to. It's really dated and old, but you should watch it. It leaves the series for dead.
Right. I want to watch
Yeah,
that.
Westworld's actually. I love that movie when it came out.
They played Blade Runner. They played 2
Yeah,
Blade
Blade
Runners.
Runners. Yeah, I love Blade Runner.
I don't think what else they played. They had a good selection of movies this year. Last year I watched Lord of the Rings. I thought I was going to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show, but they cooked the timings and they...
Or you cooked the timings.
No, they said...
It's more likely you cooked the timings.
They said Sunday 3 a.m. They meant Monday 3 a.m.
They meant. Or
Yeah.
you read it that way.
No, they didn't. Anyway, I like that they kick. I wonder what space movies they'll play. They'll probably play like Interstellar or something.
I liked Interstellar.
Interstellar was a good movie.
Yeah,
They'll
no, I
probably play
like
that
that
next year, I
Interstellar.
reckon.
They might put
Predictions.
Lost in Space on.
True.
Did you ever watch a movie? Did you ever watch a series? No way. Oh, I love Lost in Space.
I'll probably play that. I want it to be next year already.
You want to be next, so you want to skip Tomorrowland and you want to skip all of Europe and America.
No.
Yeah, well, for anyone who's hassling us about American dates, they're coming soon. We're trying to organise.
Yes, so we need to speak to a few contacts in Europe and just get Europe, like a few last things for Europe finalised, and then we're straight on to America. So it's coming, I promise you.
Yes, we might have a couple of surprises to our Europe trip. And then hopefully we might be able to do some big surprise America trip.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
Me too.
But yeah, and I don't know what I was going to say. And my cup's empty, that's why.
Oh.
I've lost all my...
it go?
Where did it go? So in the last episode, which I cut off with Bec going to the toilet, I'm not going to cut myself off while I film a glass. Bec can keep talking.
I can keep talking about stuff.
So 20 minutes later, I'm back from having my drink and realised that Bec didn't say a single word for 20 minutes. She just sat there going, I thought she was a Buddhist monk, the way she was umming.
And I went out to the bush and I became
You
one.
became one with the...
One with nature.
One with nature.
Tanya and her sound bowls.
Yeah, I saw someone else, Kiki, I don't know if Kiki watches, but Kiki did a thing. I found out it came up on my YouTube feed and it had 2 views, so I gave her another view and I gave her a like.
Was she doing sound
Like
bowls?
triplet, she was doing sound bowls. I think I don't know what she was doing. I need to talk to her because hopefully see her in Czech Republic next year.
Next year, not this year?
Oh, this year, sorry. And sorry, I don't like talking about comments, but someone had a go at me
Why?
on Stefania because I said to her, I want you to be like a strong Russian woman.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I think he's from Ukraine and thought it was disgusting. And I sort of pointed out that it was just more, so it would have been all right if I said strong Italian woman. And he said, yes. Well, that's racist then. Because I don't think the women are there going, hey, let's bomb Ukraine. I just picked that strong, because all the shit they have to put up with in
yeah,
Russia.
they're very strong.
And nearly all the Russian girls we know are very strong.
But I'd say Anna's a very strong
Yeah,
woman.
they're
Like,
very strong. And I wanted that look out of, but I ended up having to go. you're now trolling too much and I have the power to block you. Goodbye. And left a message for about 5 minutes and blocked him.
Oh my goodness.
Just so he got to read it before I blocked him. Although I think he would still get to read it, wouldn't he?
I don't know.
It's good playing God. It's so much fun playing God. I had another one that was just a straight on troll and I let him go on too long. He called me a hipster.
Oh, I saw that one.
Because anybody who likes Fuji's or Leicas are hipsters.
Yes, I saw that. And you said that you don't have a man bun and do
I don't have
avocado.
to smash avocados or have a man bun on a beard.
God.
Well, that reminds me of somebody's partner. Jared.
Jared doesn't have a man bun.
He's had one.
No, he hasn't.
Sure?
Yeah, he just used to have long hair.
For some reason, I thought I've seen him in a
Nah,
bun.
he's never had a man
He does
bun.
smash the avocado in a beer,
Loves
though.
the does.
He's 2/3 of a hipster.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a Leica or a Fuji, though.
No.
So he's not like a full hipster.
No, he's
Yeah, but the guy was just a complete... And I lived with him for a little bit. And again, it was sort of like, I'm going to have fun with you because I've got the power to hit delete. I left all his comments except the last comment he said and just go delete. And he can't do anything about it. The power... See, I'd be a terrible dictator president. I'd be so bad.
so funny.
I don't want to hear you. Remove their voice cords. No, I wouldn't do that.
Are you sure?
No, but I wouldn't. It's funny how power does go to people's head.
Yes.
You get the nicest person in the world and then you stick them on a push bike and put them on the road. or you give them a parking inspector's outfit.
Oh, bad.
Or get them as a, what do they call them? The police on the train?
No, the ticket inspectors.
Ticket inspectors.
Yeah.
It's like they're the nicest people in the world until they put their uniform on and it's like...
Power doesn't go to my head.
So what if those three do you do? You definitely don't ride a bike.
No, but no.
What if you... Oh, yeah, you do... Power has gone to your head once or time.
When?
Oh, when you're moderating our Facebook group. I don't know about this.
No.
Yes. No.
That's because
This is not up to my moral standards.
It's got
I
like
know.
nipples. I can't allow it.
We got a warning again. They don't show you the
It's
picture.
stupid. They're like, oh, this isn't allowed, but we can't show you what
We
it
can't-
is.
You haven't had a strike against your group. This isn't allowed. This is a warning, but we can't show you
Why?
what you didn't post because we didn't even post the one that was
I
warned.
don't get it. No, I don't know. I mean, you'd think like even on Portfolio Builder where I have the power and I have to tell people to stop, well, I don't really have to anymore, but I used to have to tell people to stop shooting and stuff. Still a little timid little mouse like, excuse me guys, do you think you could please hurry up? Because we need to get this model changed.
Yeah, but then you see him take a water bottle out of the fridge, put your name on it. You yell out at the top of your voice, put your name on
I
it.
don't know. I don't know. Someone stole the marker the other day.
Oh, you were very unhappy about the marker being stolen.
No, I got someone else to yell at who stole the marker.
So you bossed someone else to be bossy.
No,
so you
because
didn't
they
look
asked
bossy.
where the marker was. They wanted to write their name. They're like, and I was like, oh, someone must have stolen it. So
He
they're
was
like,
most
"Who's
likely
got the
doing
marker?"
some NFTs.
Oh my god.
He was. I'm nearly certain I saw him drawing some
NFT.
Beck's boobs in the picture. It was quite funny. Someone made a comment that my art looked like some artist in the UK, and I'd never heard of him. I googled it and saw all his stick drawings and thought, maybe I'll give up photography and I'll just
Just
draw.
stick
I'll do
drawings.
NFTs.
NFTs. That was a bit funny.
It's lots funny. I couldn't believe what came out of your mouth. So anybody who hasn't listened, go back to episode 35. At the end, just fast forward to the end and listen to Beck go.
I can be a little bit unpredictable sometimes.
Sometimes. We have to turn the camera off a few times. Yes.
I find it funny. A lot of people they see me being all nice and friendly and placid. Well, not really placid, but they see one side of me. And
No,
then,
I think what it more is that most people have a picture of who Beck is.
yes.
But do not see the four faces of Beck. It's like Four Rooms, the movie. It's the four faces of Beck.
I can't remember if I said this last episode, but when I was driving a few of the workshop guys back to their hotel, we drove past someone who had just done the Sunday. And they looked a little bit lost, so I just went out the window. I'm like, hey, is everything all good? And he's like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my... I was like, okay, no worries. We drove off and the guys were like, that was your day one voice, Beck. Whoops.
Well, in editing the video that I'm editing at the moment was sort of the start of going, really awkward Bec. I'm not used to seeing this really awkward Bec.
Very awkward.
You don't, no, well, tell me when was the last time that I videoed you wearing a bikini standing out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, true. It's not very comfortable.
No, but it was really good watching a transition to the end of the videoing was, oh no, it's back to normal, modelling Bec. Module. And same with our shoot the other day in here.
Yes.
That
Very
was a whole
awkward.
different face. There was lots of good pictures though.
That's good.
I didn't delete anywhere near as many as I thought I would.
That's good. It was dumb face.
There was a few funny faces, which I kept too.
Frog face.
I wish, I can't do it, so I'm not doing it. I was still wish, the amount of times I'm going through cleaning out images going, oh, that would have been so good for my F book. Like just really bad expressions, which would be so funny, but I just think it's unfair. I get the trust off the models, anything that's bad I'm going to delete, so I can't come out in a book later on showing all the dumbest faces in the world.
You do say that to models, anything that's bad gets deleted.
Deleted, yeah.
Are you still going to do that though, or nah?
No.
Nah.
No, because I'd have to, because then, especially if I'm training a model, if they know there's chance that the dumbest picture is going to be used, I'm not going to be able to get them in the place I need them to take great pictures. So
That's true. Maybe you could just make a book of all my dumb faces. Ripper.
I could mostly do that now. I don't need to shoot another picture. It's even after the deleted ones. There was a few times you've seen a picture and you've actually taken a screenshot and posted, how can I go from this to this?
I know, I love it. Especially Fiji, there was some rippers there.
There were some pretty good ones in Fiji, yeah. I think it's, especially lately, I'm looking at everything a lot differently now, and I don't know, I still think I'm learning so much every shoot, especially with people I haven't shot with before. And it's really standing out so strong now because I actually have physically told myself that muscle. So now when I'm going through the pictures, this is why I'm getting through cleaning up stuff so much quicker. I see that muscle delete, that muscle delete. Because it just meant that, I don't care how good everything else looks, that muscle means they're not comfortable, which means it's not a picture I'm going to use.
Yeah. I think that's like one thing that I notice a lot with photos is, like if I notice certain photos, I'm like, why did they post that? And then, not just of me, of anyone, and I'll look and I'll be like, oh, it's because like the body's right and stuff. But it's like, the face is horrible. Just because the body's right doesn't mean you have to post. Like, the face is horrible. Like, surely there would have been like one photo, like a few frames later where they...
Go buy a porn magazine.
Why?
Because the face is always horrible. That's why I can't look at porn magazines. Seriously, I say that, well, I've got a couple of the magazines I use as, for instance, with a couple of superstars that lowered themselves to do one of the lesser magazines, which is more about ladies' bits than it is about their face. And if you cover up the whole body, you go, oh, I'd never use that picture. The faces, because they're actually going there, I'm on all fours and purring like a cat. I feel like but that's what their face is actually saying.
Yeah. No, it's, I don't know, I feel like, normally a few frames later, the body will still be very similar, but there'll probably be a better face.
Yeah. Well, the way you're modelling, yes, but the way other people model, no.
I guess.
So we had that problem a bit with Bella when she first came in. It was like, I'm facing this way, head's over here. Now I'm turning a complete 180 degrees facing for the next frame. So
rather
they don't,
than drifting.
just this slow natural drift from one place to another. And that's with Anne, when I was going through Anne's pictures of the one I've just edited. And we'll put a link below, they're up on my blog, so you can see them on the blog.
All right.
There's just so little subtle, so I'm there going, oh, which one?
Yeah.
Because it's so slight.
And it's not about her face, it's about her shapes as well. So.
Oh, it is about her face. Hi, Anne.
But
Anne listens to us every week, and you just said that she has a bad face.
I didn't say she
She's never going to talk to you again. She's going to hate you. She's coming down soon.
I meant in the...
Sorry, Anne.
No, I meant in that shoot it was more about her shapes. It wasn't like, you know what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm just letting you dig your own hole.
I wouldn't say that.
Are you in that mud? Do you want a stick to point at people? Not even the police are going to put you out of this hole. No, I think I was nearly going to say to you before we started, we should start our podcast of, hi Anne. And there's a couple of people I know that listen to every one of our podcasts. Hi guys. Rara's one. I think Rara's one. Hi Rara.
That's cute.
See you Monday.
It's very cute.
I had a great shoot. The setup that's sitting behind us was a setup I did with Rara on Thursday. We got some. I'm really happy with the pictures.
That's good.
I don't want to edit them. No. I seriously don't want to edit them. I just like them as is. I don't know if she'll let me, but I think she will.
No, didn't you guys have that conversation that you weren't doing that anymore? You decided.
I know, but these pictures, they don't need it, and I just love the fact that this was straight out of I know it's a me thing. It's sort of
we've already been through this. And you said I'm not going to do this anymore.
I'm going to still show her. All right, so if there's a tiny thing she wants changed, I'll only change what she would like changed.
Okay.
Like with you, if I don't edit you, we'll still have to remove that half-removed tattoo that you'll never remove, and I have to remove it off for the rest of my life.
I will get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the army one day.
I'll book in a session before we go to Europe.
A session.
We
don't have much time. You're running out of time. We've got Sydney, we're going to Cairns. When are you going to, you got Easter, when are you going to fit this in?
I will. Oh my God, don't remind me. I really need to do stuff. I really need to
do stuff.
Oh, yeah, no,
you did stuff yesterday on your day off.
You fuck all.
No, but I was on my emails and all of a sudden they're deleting it. What? Oh.
Yes.
Bec's working.
Yes.
Oh, Jared mustn't be talking to her. He must be playing games. So Bec's bored.
I knew. I was like, there's going to be a shit ton of emails, and I
was a bit worried because all of a sudden it came through on mine. Sydney booking. I'm thinking, we didn't turn off once we sold out. I'm pretty sure we're sold out, and we've got all these. But then I thought, oh no, Bec's gone into back end and doing her stuff that she won't teach me. Because then she thinks I'll sack her.
I've been recording it all. You don't look for it.
No, it started today.
No, I recorded stuff before I went on Christmas holidays.
Oh yeah, but it didn't answer my message from Wednesday night.
No, but I told you what to do with workshops. But I've made a video recording.
No, that's all right. It wasn't a workshop problem. Oh. It was somebody who had set up two separate Inspire accounts, and one of them wouldn't work anymore because he'd cancelled that account and started a new one, but
logged into the old one. Yeah. But I've told you how to look for that now.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's
very, yes.
That's all right. I'm just having fun scaring you.
Starings.
But I can't tell you the truth because you'll get a big head, so I'd just best not go there.
I could use a little bit. It's very small.
It's a bit cheeky today. You're a little bit puffy in the cheeks.
I did binge drink all weekend.
There might be glands of
glands
that come up from your swollen glands. Becca started a new OnlyFans site. It's called Swollen Glands.
So funny.
The swollen. I love the fact that a certain person asked me to shoot something I really didn't want to shoot.
And they can't put that
and
up
I found out they can't put it up there.
So
and it was sort of like, you made me do this and you can't even use it.
It's all for nothing.
Gave us such a hard time. And her partner was in the background pissing himself laughing, so it was pretty funny.
It's worth it then.
It was 100% worth it.
Swollen glands, the lonely clams. Lonely clams and swollen glands.
It is a shame though that models have to do things like that to be able to survive, because if they're going to be a proper model, they can't have a day job because agencies just give you casting calls every day, all day, and they're all a complete waste of time, but you have to turn up to them, otherwise the booker won't send you anywhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
So the only way they can make money is they've got to do things like that to fill in the gaps in between.
So they can pay the bills.
Which is wrong. I agree. But it's also, it comes down to everything. People have got to stop paying for things by whatever's the cheapest. You've got to pay for things whatever's the best or suited to make yourself. So if I was going to book a model to sell a clothing brand, I'd be looking at the best model in that genre of what I wanted to use.
Not the cheapest one.
Not the cheapest.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, but unfortunately the whole world has gone cheapest, and I don't see a big difference in our food bill by in the last 3 or 4 years, we just stopped buying from chain stores. There's certain things we have to buy, but most of them we just now buy from small, single owner businesses. And
I find them to be more expensive.
What? Single? Yeah, of course they are, but they're better too. I remember the strawberry thing I did with you a couple of years ago.
I think so, yeah.
You had one from a chain store and one from the grocer, and it was like a massive difference.
I didn't think it was like, no, I don't know.
Yes, you did. You commented.
I don't know. It was a couple of years ago.
You said someone put strawberry essence into that strawberry, and I said no.
You said that's what it tastes like.
Well,
you asked me to agree with you.
Well, you did agree, or you didn't lose your job, so you agreed. Great. I'm never going to ask your opinion again. In fact, let's just replace you.
Now you've got my tutorials, who's going to replace me?
You haven't finished them enough. I don't have enough yet. You got to do a few more.
There's a few. I'm finding it. The hard thing with that is like, there are certain freak things that I'm like, I don't know how. But I guess if I just teach you the basics, you should be able to figure out.
The freak thing I sent to Mo. Okay. Sorry, Mo's our
IT person.
What's the guy out of Pulp Fiction? The guy who cleans up all the blood. Somebody will leave it in the comments. When they call him in to clean the blood out of the car, and all he does is just order them around and they do it themselves. Oh, you jumped.
I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while. I don't know.
I've been listening to the ebook.
What ebook?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Those.
It's actually really good listening to it as a book.
Ashley,
yes. Ashley. I had someone help me out. I'm going to Google it later and see if I can fix it. So I used Audible. I all of a sudden heard of the Emrata book. It was on Audible. I can't read books, so sign up, reorder the book on Audible. And I thought I unsigned, but I didn't. So then I had 12 credits, and I thought I'm going to unsign because I'm not using it that much, because most of the stuff on Audible is not stuff. I'm not going to listen to ghost stories or...
Why not?
It's not my thing.
Do they have true crime?
They have true crime stuff. I'm not into listening to how someone dissects somebody.
So good.
I'm looking to use up my 12 credits, and I found a few things that were quick and easy. Neil Peart, the drummer out of Rush, I didn't realise he has 10 books. He's a bikie. He wrote books about him travelling through America, and I didn't realise he lost his daughter, then he lost his wife, then he died. So I definitely grabbed his ebook. And I'm getting down, I'm running, I've got 4 to go and I can't think of whom. So I'm going through, and Jessica Simpson comes up, I can't do this. And then Paris Hilton was in there. No, I cannot do this. I'm thinking Beck would jump on his stuff. So I typed in stuff I thought I really want to see. So I typed in Brittany Murphy. Nothing. Crickets.
Oh.
Could not find anything on Brittany Murphy. I think she would have an amazing... I tried doing all different biographies. So I tried ebook biography on Avedon, on Irving Penn, on...
Apparently, Anthony Kiedis from Chili Peppers is really good autobiography.
Oh, don't tell me that now. You've used all my credits up and I saw that one on there and I didn't get that one.
It's really good.
Thank you for wrecking me. Well, anyway, I've bought all these, and if I go online, I can see I have all these books. If I go to my phone, crickets.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I tried everything.
Well, I don't know.
Refresh, turn it on and off, reload the app, everything. None of them are on here. They're all sitting on my computer, and it's very hard to put my computer to connect with my sound in my car while I'm driving. I'm certain someone will tell me there's a hack that I could do, but I don't want to set up my sound in the house and then run out and quickly jump in the car and drive.
I don't know.
Anyway, Anthony Kiedis, thank you very much.
What? Well, you didn't ask. Oh, sorry.
Well, if you weren't on long service leave, I would have asked you.
It wasn't long service, it was a few days.
But that's the next thing you have to fix. You got to find how to help me find how I get it onto my phone so I can stop listening to Joe Rogan, even though I got the biography of Joe Rogan. I did watch, sorry, I know. My wife being a chef, she loves watching SBS Food Channel. If anyone in Australia knows what it's like, anybody in the rest of the world has got no idea what SBS is.
It's a food channel.
No, it isn't. SBS.
Yes.
It's not a food channel.
SBS.
SBS is like a multicultural channel.
Yes, but SBS Food is a food channel.
But they don't know what SBS is.
Oh, right, okay.
Be the obvious, like feet in inches, centimetres Fahrenheit, all of those things. male, female, theys, thems. It's. I want the new gender, an it. Yeah, I think it's the new gender. I want to be an it.
Okay.
It is, nobody has any idea, not even the person who's wearing it.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
And then we can have an it toilet, and only its are allowed to go into that toilet. So I noticed at Melbourne Airport, they do now have a male, female, and right up the other end on the other side, they have a I don't know, which I thought was quite nice. Because that stopped the problem with the females that didn't want people who didn't know go into their toilets.
At the festival I was just at, they just have drop toilets.
Yeah, but everything's a I don't know toilet.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's their drop toilets. There's no flushings. They just say closed. It's very stinky.
So if you have a decent sized log, can you get a splashback?
No, there's no. It's just there's no water in there.
How far does it drop?
Quite far down.
Yeah. Oh, what happens if 100 people have pee in there first? Then you go in there. Are you going to get
I don't know.
pee particles splash up?
I don't know. I have not, but it's quite a far drop and it's very stinky.
Do you listen to hear the drop?
No, because there's normally like toilet paper and shit in the bottom.
So you don't hear it hit?
No.
So there's no echo. It's not sort of like.
I don't like it. I don't like it after a few
Or
days.
do you quickly let it go and get out before it drops?
No, it's
not that far.
No, you got to clean it. I don't like it after a few days after it's festering and there's flies because the flies tend to like fly on your bum. And
No, they're cleaning it.
I don't like
They've
it.
all got little hand wipes on. They're all cleaning your bottom. That's their job.
Like it.
They're employed to come up and wipe your bum.
Flies on my bum. I don't like it.
They might be laying babies.
Oh, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
It's smelly.
It's smelly. When Lem was young, he refused to go into a compost toilet. He opened the lid and goes, I can't go there. I'll poo my pants instead. He literally said that.
These don't even have Rainbow used to have compost. These don't even have compost. It's just a drop toilet.
So when you say drop, will they dig a hole in the ground?
No, it's like got a toilet seat. It's like a wooden structure of probably 8 toilets.
But
With like a little cubicle.
How far off the ground are they?
I don't know, a couple, like a metre or so.
Oh, it's only a metre drop.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So at the end of the festival, it's actually touching your bum as you do it?
No, I think they clean them.
Oh, they scrape them out.
I don't know.
So whose lovely job is, imagine having to be the shovel person.
Well, people volunteer, and I think that, because the people volunteer and
with
they
the
get...
amount of drugs, they must get high off the poo fumes.
People volunteer to get a free ticket, and then you get allocated,
A free ticket to clean poo.
So some people get put on to do gates. Some people get the helper hut. Some people get toilets. You get assigned a job at random, and you have to do 2 8-hour shifts, then you get a free ticket.
I shoveled cow shit for a week once. In a dairy, my job was to shovel all the shit out of the dairy.
Riveting.
No, it wasn't very riveting. It was a bit sloppy. I paid well. I think I got $1 an hour. It was freaking awesome as a 12-year-old. And then we were allowed to ride mini bikes in the paddocks afterwards, but we just kept on driving through the cow paddies and just getting
shoveling
shoveling it and then driving through it.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I think
we should probably go on that note. Lovely talking about poos.
The poo episodes.
Have a good week,
So
guys.
now I'll have to draw a poo emoji for a poo NFT.
PFT.
PFT?
Yeah.
No.
Poo.
Come on, you can't work it now. Can you? Fucking nice turd, you idiot.
That's FNT.
Oh, sorry. Nice fucking turd.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh, we're not allowed to use the F word.
Oh, well, we already did. I did last time.
Did you?
Yes.
We didn't get cancelled?
No.
Oh, cool. See ya.
Bye, guys.